What is going on? I am back. Hopefully everyone has a good holiday and a happy new year. Pretty much, I've been busy doing a lot of stuff, got my New Year's resolution and stuff. And I'm going to be making a few changes. I'm going to do some better things, but that's no promise to that. But um, real quick, I'm just gonna say it, but hey, New Year resolution for me is like, eating healthy, living better, and saving money, getting some new stuff for for 2023. That's pretty much my goal. And also for this channel, I'm gonna try to do some more stuff. So I'm going back to doing trailer reactions videos, and this is what pretty much this live stream is about. I'm going to do a live reaction for my most anticipated game in 2023. I wouldn't be surprised if this game would get delayed in 2024. But even so, that's hey, take as much time as you need because um this is a game that even let's just say like this because I know a lot of those you know ponies, pony salt, or somebody will say like, oh, you're an Xbox bandwagon, all this shit, whatever. Okay, without Game Pass was involved, right? If this, if they showed off this trailer at E3, right, and Game Pass wasn't involved, there was no such thing as Game Pass. Will I play this game for $70? Absolutely, 100%. This is the one game that I can sit here and say, I will absolutely pay for this shit for $70 because this is a game that's right up my alley that unfortunately, well, PlayStation and the Sony brand has not really delivered because they don't really deliver on first person shooter games, you know? So they're really lacking on that from last generation, and we're heading into PlayStation 5 going into this generation, and we still got no first person shooters. But the reason why this first person shooter is so that is like this is like the most like anticipated is because that it feels real. It feels like real actual like dialogue and characters and stuff like that is more relatable to my alley, as an older demographic of a gamer. I'm not speaking from the younger demographic. For me, as an older demographics, going into my 30s, this is like my type of game that I'm willing to like. Yes, I want to play this through and through. I don't want to rush it, and I want to really take my time and explore every nook and cranny in this game. I am so excited. I love the Metroid series, and I'm just excited for this game. I really am. I really am excited. I am more than willing to pay $70, even if Game Pass didn't even exist or this game wasn't even on Game Pass. I don't give a fuck if it was on PlayStation. This is a game that's worth to me $70 right out the bat. It really do. Well, without further ado, let's get into this trailer reaction. I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to let the video play, and then we'll go back and we'll nitpick some things and stuff like that and talk about it. So, enjoy.
To me. After years of work, a group of scientists managed to tap into the noosphere, the Earth's informational field. An achievement comparable at best to the conquest of space.
want the innocent to suffer? Then help me find the culprit.
And who the fuck are you?
And what do we have a decade later? The Zone, in our image, after our likeness.
My men are still lying out there, and I can't even bury them.
Died in an anomaly, shot by loners, found with a stone around his neck, thrown off a cliff, torn apart by dogs. You cannot kill God, just like you cannot get rid of the sky up above. I am blind, but it is you who cannot see.
Wow. Woo, that shit. Oh, that's why I love it so much. Oh, I love this game. I cannot wait to get my hands on this game, okay? You have no idea, okay? Like, you have no fucking idea. Like, again, I love the Metroid series, what 4A Games has done, and I always will play it and always will finish that game because of the fact that it's just so good. It feels real. It's definitely is a challenge, and just exploring the environment and looking at your surroundings and stuff. This is like a game that's right up my alley. This is it just like yes. 100%. 100%. Now, let's mute this for a minute and let's go back to it. And and it's made in the Ukraine, which we all know the situation in Ukraine, which is terrible, really is. And hopefully Putin can burn in hell for all I care, and he's definitely gonna have to pay back his dues for every, well, karma is basically is adding up all the total, and he's gonna have to pay back for each and every one of those souls, children, everyone who has lost, died, fighting. Oh, he's gonna be answering to that for real, and being reprimanded. But yeah, it's a very terrible situation. So I understand why they had to delay it, and even if they have to delay it again, like in 2024, that's perfectly fine with me because I much rather have this game to have all the time in the world and really put in the love and effort into it than having it rush, because we can obviously tell like there was a few frame rate dips that I seen in the game, but overall it just looks like pretty damn good. I'm gonna mute it and I'm gonna just go through it and talk about it and stuff. Like in this opening scene right here, with the character, it looks good. It looks good, and I like this game because it's not like Fallout 4, where Fallout 4 felt cheesy. Like it's still cool in this post-apocalyptic, whatever, but it didn't felt as like it didn't felt dangerous, or it didn't felt like you really are like really like danger is around you and stuff. It felt really corny and cheesy at some points. Like, don't get me wrong, there was threats there, but and good dialogue and characters, but the world itself feels not really life threatening. But in this game, it really felt well, seeing this game and also playing, like, again, like, I know these are two different whatchamacallit, developers, right, in two different studios, but they pretty much, you know, comes really close in terms of like the universe and the world. It's just two different things, but it's pretty damn close because it's just like everything that like the Metroid series has done with all the characters and the environment and stuff like that felt real. It felt threatening. It felt dangerous. It felt like every bullet has to be counted for, and you got to be very careful in what you do. And this one in Stalker 2 I think it looks and it feels a lot more threatening than I was playing in Metro Exodus. Metro Exodus is still felt threatening, but this one feels even more threatening. So that's why I'm so excited for this, man. It looks really, really good. If you take a look at this, it looks really good so far, you know? Stalker 2, Heart of Chernobyl. I am so... And you could see the frame rate dip. Like, that little opening right there, you could tell that was a frame rate dip right there. Yeah, that looks like a frame rate dip. This looks pretty smooth. This looks okay. But in certain little parts, it felt like a frame rate dip. Like, again, I don't know who all of these characters are, faction-wise. I'm going to keep everything to that. I want to keep it in the dark because I want to find out for myself. Rather than trying to play the previous title, right? Which is, S.T.A.L.K.E.R, the first one. First in the series. Like, a lot of people say you should go back and play S.T.A.L.K.E.R. I mean, sure, it sounds like a cool idea. I could put the mods and all that stuff. But for me, it felt like it's just like a lot of work for all that stuff. And we're talking about, like, S.T.A.L.K.E.R is a really old game. Like, it's not even, like, current or even close to current. We're not even talking about it. I think S.T.A.L.K.E.R is not even, like, close to, like, a PlayStation 3 game. I think it's even older than that. I could be wrong. But I damn sure knows this S.T.A.L.K.E.R, the first S.T.A.L.K.E.R game is nowhere near close to a PlayStation 4 type of title game or like an Xbox One title game, so I think S.T.A.L.K.E.R is a pretty old game. I mean, sure, the mods and everything else and the controller setups, like, they could makes a lot of improvements and stuff, but personally for me, I think I'm going to keep myself and everything else about this game in the dark for me, because I want to find out for myself, like, the factions, stuff like that, the characters, so keep it in the dark. But other than that, this is definitely the game for me. And it looks really good. Like, this right here looks so cool. It looks really good. The gun, the shooting mechanics and the guns looks awesome. I don't know if it's going to be as good as 4A Games gun mechanics, because I felt like, again, when you're talking about shooters, right, and first-person shooter titles, like, we know, like, Bungie does an excellent job in terms of when it comes down to first-person, shooter games, like, the way how it feels and stuff like that. I give credit where credit is due for that. But in terms of, like, gun mechanics and functionality of the guns, like the feel and the weight of it, it really feels a lot more grounded. I will have to give credit to, like, 4A Games for that. 4A Games takes the cake for that, because even though, like, yeah, Bungie is more kind of sci-fi, fantasy, outer space type of game, it's more like that. So the shooting is going to be really easy and it's going to feel pretty damn good, if it's done right. And I know Bungie does a great job doing it, but in terms of, I don't know how Bungie does it in terms of, like, older weapons or kind of mechanical type of weapons. I'm not sure if I can get credit towards that, but the only studio that I feel like in terms of like more grounded mechanical wise, like mechanical type of weapons and the feel of it, will have to go with like 4A games. I don't know about Stalker 2, but I'm hopefully from what I'm looking at right now in terms of like the shooting mechanics and stuff, it looks and feels like, you know, we are going to get somewhat of like the Metroid Exodus shooting mechanic wise. So if that's the case, then hey, I'm all for it. Even if it has a little slightly towards like that a little bit more feel like Bungie, you know, in terms of like the shooting wise and all that stuff. I wouldn't mind that, but I think we are going to get a little bit more like mechanical type of stuff. I don't know if they got weapon degrading or not. That's something I gotta find out to play it for myself, but we'll see what happens. But so far we can go back a little bit. So yeah, I got this short little double barrel shotgun, the environments in the nighttime. Oh, I'm loving the nighttime scene. Just seeing this looks like a real actual like nighttime scene, and it's dark. It's going to be scary. There's going to be a lot of shit going on. Aircraft flying around. This is fucking cool. Like, yes. And I think this is the anomaly thing, so you got to be really careful. You know, going through here, making sure that you don't end up, you know, falling into that kind of like warp or something like that. But again, I'm just keeping everything in the dark. This right here, this is why I like it so much, because, you know, you see characters like this where, you know, like again, you see them like really talking, giving out actual like dialogue stuff. Like it's more grounded. This is what I'm talking about. If more and more games could become a little bit more grounded in terms of like conversation wise and more relatable, we can relate to these characters a lot more than trying to make some goofy shit off the script. Some, you know, something crazy. Like, no, it's just not, you know, like for example, like when you look at like The Last of Us Part 2, as much as like the, you know, the dialogue and characters in the first Last of Us game is really good, you know, between Joel and Ellie and this journey, right? But then when you get to The Last of Us Part 2, you know, basically, you know, Neil Druckmann, you know, lied to us and thinking like, hey, you're going to be having this, maybe this one last grand adventure between Joel and Ellie, and really seeing how Ellie become, you know, how she gotten far and what he learned from Joel, you know, learned from Ellie. Like, I was expecting like that, and I'm not expecting like Joel will live through the fucking game. I was pretty damn sure he'll die, but I wasn't too damn sure he was gonna die like that, you know? But what I was saying about like between dialogue and characters and stuff, it's like some shit, it just doesn't make any sense, or it's off the wall. And it really just breaks immersion where it's like, you know, Ellie almost got killed, but she didn't. Ellie almost got killed again, but she didn't. She got lucky. It's just like being pulled under the rug. And in this game, hopefully I think this is not the case. It's like when you see characters like this and when they die, they die. You're not going to see this character come back. You're not going to hear their dialogue and stuff. This is the type of game that is right up my alley. This is what I'm talking about. And I like this scene right here between, you know, I don't know if this is a faction. Maybe these are two different factions. There's another guy over there. Maybe, you know, is part of part of his faction or not. I don't know. However, he has that gun pointing at him. He's not fazed by it. He's talking to him. He's looking him back, and, you know, pretty good dialogue, you know. So let me rewind it back a little bit, right? And let's hear that dialogue a little bit, you know.
Don't want the innocent to suffer? Then help me find the culprit.
Don't let the innocent suffer. Help me find the culprit. Okay. So there's got to be some sort of dispute. Somebody probably either got killed, got murdered, maybe one of their soldiers gotten whatever. So it's interesting to say the least. But the way how that character sounded and stuff like that, it sounded really good, really really good. I gotta say. Next week, we see this campfire right here. I think this was actually shown from the last E3 trailer, but I think it's a little bit different. I'm not sure if this is the same campfire or not. But however, again, just the environment itself, seeing these NPCs like chilling around the fire and stuff, it looks really good. And then the background, I love the background because the background really shows like how dark, foggy, you can't really tell from a distance. You see a little cabin on the right over here. It looks really really good. I'm honestly really am impressed of what they have done. It makes it feels a lot more believable, a lot more grounded. It for real. I don't get no sense of some corny ass bullshit. Like it really feels like this is a mature game, like through and through. And that's what I'm here to pay for and play for. A mature fucking game that is grounded, ain't some goofy bullshit. When a character dies, he dies. He's not coming back. That's what I like about this game, All right, so let's go through it. Yeah, you can see a little frame rate drops right there. You can tell from that. I think that's a little bit of a frame rate drop. A little bit frame rate drops right here. You can tell even from that angle. Just want to see. Then you can see like here probably like a soldier, patrolling maybe a certain settlement and stuff. Got the headlights, but I love this because of the fact that you can't even see his face. You don't even know what he looks like. You have to really get up close to see his face. But even from a distance, you could see the gun, the light effects. You can see how dark it is. It's like, even if you was standing from a distance, you look at that character still, you're probably going to see him as a silhouette. And you're not sure whether this is a good guy or a bad guy. So, but you don't want to just shoot to shoot because, you might shoot the wrong people, So you got to take that into accountability and stuff, because it could end up being like some consequences of your actions. But it looks really cool, I gotta say, like the lighting effects and stuff like that. So they probably still got a long way to go in terms of like optimizing it more better. So we gotta wait and see. Here's another one right here. We got another character eating a bread. You got the gun to your face. Really nice though. I gotta say, the environment and stuff like that, the background. It's really, really looking good. It's really coming together. And then I think this is a train yard or like a train station, like an abandoned train station, train yard. Looks good. We got I think this is the AK-47, or it could be the AK-47U. But I'm pretty sure, I believe this is the AK-47U. I don't think it's the AK-47. Because the U doesn't have the stock, but I could be wrong. This could have a stock on there. No, I don't think that one has a stock, so I don't think that's the U. I don't think that's the 47. I think that's the U. Yeah. But other than that, the firemen look good. I'm really liking this the train station scene right there. It really looks good. We only get certain clips, stuff like that. It looks really, really cool. I like this. Man, shooting wise, the shooting and the muzzle flashing looks really good. Liking the scenery and the tone. Like, let me tell you something, man. This is what I like about this game, because again, there could be like a certain mission that you have to do or go through and stuff. It's like whether or not you should take your chances in the daytime or nighttime. If you do it at night, it's going to be more dangerous and more deadly, but you could able to sneak around and take people out like really easily, versus in the daytime where you gotta just because it's in the daytime doesn't mean it's not dangerous. I mean, it is very dangerous because they'll spot you very easily. But however, it's depends on like how big the location is and entering into buildings, clearing out room to room, making sure that you don't have nobody going behind you, trying to kill you, trying to stab you, trying to shoot you. So you really got to play your cards right. So it's pretty much a toss up between I could do this in the daytime, but there could be a lot more enemies up. I could do it at nighttime, be less enemies, and stealthily go around and stuff. But I could run the risk of alerting and also, you know, things like shit will just really hit the fan. So it's a give and take. So you gotta really pick and choose what you're trying to do. But so far, like the shooting mechanics, the blood effects, the blood splatter, where the enemies is. I don't know what difficulty they're on. This could be like on maybe like on easy, but I guarantee you, if this shit was on hard, I'm pretty sure they're gonna shoot your ass first before you even shoot them. It'll be definitely be a big challenge. But so far, you know, shooting mechanic wise looks pretty fucking good. Let me rewind it back a little bit because I really like that right there. Yeah, see, I can't. Let me see if I can slow it down a little bit. Playback speed. Yeah, it looks really, really good. I'm liking this. I really am. The explosions looks really, really good. We get to see this character again. Environment wise, looks really good. And the characters looks pretty damn good too. I'm really feeling for the characters, how they look like. It doesn't feel like it's out of place. Look at that. That is beautiful. This environment. I think this is the antenna tower, I think, if I'm not mistaken, in this location. But then you can see like there's like a shed in the distance. This is probably most likely a lake. I don't think it's a river. It could be a lake, but I could be wrong. But, you know, that's another thing about the S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2 that I'm so excited is because this is more explorable than I would to play like Metro Exodus. Metro Exodus has open areas in this open environment, and then you got to do stuff in order to progress into the next open area. This, however, is just here's this open world environment, and you can go any direction you want to go, but everywhere you're going to go is going to be very dangerous and deadly. Things that might happen, might occur, like monsters, creatures, patrols, you know, other factions and stuff. So it's going to be very interesting, man. And this is what I like about games like this, because I play mostly lone wolf and also, you know, put my headphones on, looking my surroundings, figuring out how to get to point A to point B without getting myself killed. What's the best route? So it's mostly like you gotta really figure shit out, and that's what I like about games like this, where I figure shit out what to do, instead of just like, well, I'm just gonna take this boat, drive up there, I'm gonna beat this game early. I'm just gonna take my time and figure out how to get there from point A to point B without cheesing my way through. You know, I don't want to cheese my way through like everybody else. I like to figure shit out. So we get the scenery, looks beautiful, and we can see like the animals right here that is going to try to attack you and try to get you. And there's like this abandoned building complex. And again, this is where those choices and things could, like, shit can happen. Like, you could be like trying to investigate a place, and then these creatures come out of nowhere, and then the guards is getting alerted from anywhere on top of the building and stuff, and then they'll try to come out and try to kill you. So you really have to really like recon, like really scope out the situation. Like really look around, figuring out if there's like another entry point, there's an exit point. What is my entry point? Where is my exit? How I'm going to get out of here? What I'm going to do? Is there another route? This is where you really have to recon the whole like area and shit. Sometimes it's good to even gather information, like, if you're traveling, let's say you stop at a campsite, maybe I don't know if this is in the game or not, but hopefully it is, where you can really talk to these NPCs and say, hey, I'm going here, and then they kind of give out little tidbits and stuff like that, like, oh, well, I heard that there's this and that, there might be an old truck is still there, still operational. It really gives the player like choices, and also like like do some reconnaissance before he start executing a plan and stuff. And but it's really cool to see this to happen, like, really, like, animals is attacking, planning on killing you. You could see that where after, when he got alerted, he got shot from somewhere, and you don't even know where he got shot. He could get shot from any one of these buildings, on top of here, over here, across here, a sniper. So you really gotta be very, very careful, very, very careful in terms of the weaponry that you bring. Because if you bring something loud, be expecting that everyone around this area is going to hear your shit. You know what I'm saying? It's not like Fallout, where it's like you could shoot somebody in the next room, but then when you enter in the next room over, they don't hear shit. Everybody's like, oh, there's nothing. But the next room, you really was shooting up a storm. But in this game, it's like, no matter if you're like a hallway, like even if you like one room in a hallway from like the second floor, the people on the fourth and fifth floor and all the way up, they're most likely going to hear you and going to try to kill you. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I like about this game, because it's definitely, you really have to, you gotta think on your feet, you gotta be quick about it, you gotta get the fuck out of there, you gotta regroup. Either you gotta regroup, or you're gonna have to like find somewhere else and figure out where the shot is coming from, because I can't even tell where that shot came from, because after when this happens, right, boom, he shot. It seems like that shot came from the right, wherever he's facing it came on the right side. But again, I wouldn't even know whether or not is below me or is on top, and then you have to really like haul back, regroup, get your health back up, and then he's trying to run across the street to not get alerted. But then you see this triangle right here, so most likely it could be in front of him, or somebody is in front, but you're not sure where. But if I was to really play this game, this HUD will be off mainly, and I will want to try to figure this out, whether or not if it's in front of me or if it's or the side of me, and really kind of regroup and position myself. But running across, and there it is, and he shot this guy. And then entering into buildings. This is what I like about this game as well, because these buildings may be empty, but it could be, some people could be occupied there. And it's going to be interesting to see like what, again, I don't know whether or not like there could be, again, like a settlement there. Maybe they're friendly and they got nothing to do with this, they're just trying to live. Or this could be a lot of like a lot of enemy strongholds, but then you really got to enter in the building by yourself and clear out each and every room, really looking around anything you could find and scavenge to take along with you. So that's what I like about this, clearing out room to room, going through each and every hallway and stuff, not knowing what to find and stuff, and shooting, seeing, hearing footsteps and stuff. Here's another scene right here, which is really cool. Got the doctor, I think this is might be a different faction than before. But then he's talking about like how he has like, you know, men out there that he can't even get and buried, which, you know, I can understand his sentiment because like he's the only one alive, but there's men out there that he risked his life and been with, and he can't even go back to retrieve their bodies. That's crazy, which is a fact. Whew, that's crazy. But oh, okay. So we got a shot of one of these monsters right here, which is really cool. And it seems like we're in like, it seems like it looks like we're in one of those like, maybe underground tunnels, buildings, whatever. And these like weird looking monster creatures. It looks crazy. It looks like it disappears and reappears again. Okay, so it seems like we do got the jump animation and stuff like that. And it seems like the jump animation, like you could really jump far. Yeah, you could really jump far. But again, I don't know how this game will affect because we do have an inventory system, but that's later on when we look at the video. But I don't know if that is going to be determined by how much you carry in terms of weight. That could be a factor where if you have really lightweight, you might jump further. You have a much more heavier weight, maybe you can't jump as high or as further that you like, or you can't run as much as you would if you was light. I don't know if that's going to play into a factor like that, but that'd be pretty cool and interesting. But if they don't have it, then I'm pretty sure like a modder will probably put that in the game. I would love that too, like where you can scavenge like shoes and certain materials and backpacks and how much you can store, the weight of it, and the weight does affect like how much, you know what I'm saying? Like it'd be so cool. It'd be really really cool. So we're going down to this hallway right here. Here's a monster up here, and then it's going to disappear, which is crazy. Like you could see, like yo, these monsters is gonna be fucking terrifying. Holy shit, these things is gonna be fucking terrifying. I really don't want to deal with something like that. Then we see like this rundown like helicopter right here. Oh, it looks really good. Like it looks really really good. I cannot wait to explore and discover stories, uh, and stuff like this. This is what gets me excited to look around and explore and try to figure out what's going on and stuff, and take what I can. You know. Oh, look at that. So they do have inventory and weight inventory, so this is pretty damn cool. So we could expand our weight and stuff like that, but in terms of I don't know whether or not they could have clothing effects, like, you know, gathering different clothing material and stuff. Well, that plays a role in terms of weight. Um, you know, like your agility, speed, your jump. I don't know. Hopefully that does. That'd be pretty damn cool. And if not, I'm pretty sure our modder is going to mod that in the game where you could steal not only his like rifle and stuff, but you could steal his clothing, like what he's wearing, his boots and stuff like that, and equip it in the equip item and stuff like that. But so far it looks really really good. So it seems like we do have the box grid for this. Which it makes sense, and you can see like the type of bullets, the ammo right here, you know, mech kits and stuff like that. So, bread, food. Okay. So, I think they still working on this. I don't think this is like the final version of it, but this is like somewhat of an idea what it's going to be like, you know. And it looks like I believe this is the money one at the bottom, if anything. So this it could be the money as well. So here's another look at another environment. There's another one right here where this guy is sitting in a chair. I don't know if he's like is in a hostage, or he's trying to assassinate him. I don't know. Looks crazy. And then finally we got some more like engagement of like shooting combat and stuff like that at night. Looks really, really good. The explosions, the effects, it looks really, really good. It looks like it rained and then it got foggy, so that's good. Reload animation. Oh, okay, got the what he had right there. I think he had the like kind of like not the standard reload like that, because he has another clip within another clip, so it's like a quick draw, or you know, like a quick reload. So I'm not sure whether or not that could be maybe we could craft something like that, which that wouldn't be hard to do if you could find duct tape in the world and say I want to use this to make a, you know, take another clip, this clip and make a quick, like kind of like a quick draw or quick reload. That would be fucking cool. I don't know, so I'm just guessing at this point. We could have crafting system in here, but if not, I'm pretty sure a modder will be putting crafting material in this game for real. But the shooting mechanics look good. The nighttime scene look good. The lighting effects look good. Like again, the reload, looks really, really good. And again, just the environment and stuff looks really, really good. Man, I'm telling you, I am so excited for this fucking game, man. I am so excited. I am ready for this game. And then just another look at this beautiful environment. And we can see at the bottom, I know I stopped the video clip, but if you see at the bottom on the left-hand corner of this, when I play it, it seems to me that we got the health bar and a stamina bar. So it's going to be really interesting how is that going to be played out. So you can see on the left-hand corner, we got the health and probably stamina bar. And it seems like there's another icon there, like it's like day and night cycle. Like it seems like it's not nighttime yet, it's in the daytime. Another one right here. It looks really, really good, man. Like the characters and the voice characters and stuff like that. That looks good. I'm loving this. The characters, how they look like in the background, voice acting, this character, how he looks like, which I don't know who he is, but this looks really, really good. I am so pumped for this game, man. I'm telling you, like, this is a lot better than playing Fallout 4, for real. Like, Fallout 4 is good for like characters and stuff like that, but yo, when it comes down to like in terms of like, you know, voice acting and the feel and the environment, how it feels really dangerous in every twist and turn and every corner you take, this game is definitely is one of those games where it's very, you know, very dangerous, much more grounded. Weapons feels like more mechanical. Like it doesn't feel like Bungie shit where it's like, and I'm not saying Bungie shit is bad, like it's still good because it's really easy to deal with, you know, but when you want to feel like a real mechanical shooter, like a real mechanical gun, like the animations and how it feels, it definitely goes with 4A games. Hopefully this studio will do the same thing and do the guns justice in terms of like the feel, the weightiness, feels mechanical. It doesn't, you know, it really feels like you really are like trying to, I don't know how to describe it. It feels like, you know, how you could really reload a gun. It feels like he's really putting in the bullets, the shells and stuff like that to reload that weapon, to reload that gun, to take another 2 shots. And stuff. Oh man, I'm telling you, I am so excited for this game. I am so excited. I cannot wait to play this game. I want to see all the guns, how it feels. Oh my god, please, please. I hope it does come out in 2023, but I wouldn't be too surprised if this game did not came out in 2023 and they have to push it back for one more year. I'll be totally fine with that. I'd much rather have this game to be like really well done. And it's coming out on Xbox Series X and S, Xbox Game Pass, and PC. Most likely, I don't know. I mean, if the game is really good, if I play it on Game Pass and it's really good, I probably will purchase it on PC for the mods and stuff and replay it again. I can't wait, yo. I cannot wait. GSC Game World. Let's go, baby. Make it happen. But yeah, that's my reaction. That's my breakdown. Those are some of the reasons why I'm really excited for this game to come out. I am... Please, please, baby, let it come out soon. At least, like, if they can just release it in, like, June, I'll be fucking happy, bro. I'll be like, yes. Yes. But then again, I don't want the game to come out to be incomplete and broken, you know? So, if it's not ready, then just at least release it, like, during, like, December or November time. That'd be great as well. I'd be so happy with that. But other than that, hopefully you enjoyed this trailer reaction video / breakdown. And I will be doing more of this. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.